Hello, my name is Tempest Alabi-Isama, and today I am going to do an adult female sugar skull. The first step is to apply a thin layer of white. The paints that I use are water-based paints, face paints. So you apply water. I am going to apply a thin layer of white Paradise paint. Due to the humidity in Arizona, I only use a thin layer of paint. I do not apply a thick layer. And it's pretty good because then it won't be so hot and heavy. But because of the humidity, the paints usually dry a little quicker and I have to wet them often. Because the paints are very hypoallergenic, these are paints that are makeups specifically for face painting. So they shouldn't break out the skin. But ideally, it would be a good idea to remove your piercing. The next thing that I'm going to do is apply a thin sheer powder just to seal the paint. For this painting, I'm going to start with the eye by applying a purple. And we're going to start with a dark color and just kind of outline the bottom of the eyebrow. Now I'm going to go underneath just to highlight the skeleton's eye. The next step is I'm going to add some highlights to the eye. And so I have a dark purple. Now I'm going to apply a light purple color to right above the eye. And you're going to keep your eyes closed. Keeping the darker areas as is. To create an illusion of three-dimensional color, I'm going to apply a pink on top of the lighter layer. So going from dark to light to add a different volume of value. The next step is I'm going to start to define the eye more and add some of the details. So I am going to take a black Paradise using the number 4 thin tip brush and start from the center of the eye going across and just bring it up, going from a thick to a thin line. The next step is, I'm going to do the bottom eyelid. Okay, close your eyes, please. Okay, next step, because this is a sugar skull, I am going to add the petals to the flower. So I will paint the basic shapes. Just by I'm going to use a number 8 flat brush and starting with the petals, which are very simple. The color that I'm using is an orange. Next, I am going to go back and define the edges and add the details of the skull. Okay, so we'll start with the nose, and I'm going to draw a heart shape. Leaving a little opening for the slit of the skull. The next thing that I'm going to do, right above, I am going to begin to draw the lines on the lips to indicate the teeth of the skeleton. Because of the I'm going to be careful of the pierced area. Going from a thick to thin line. Now, the next thing, I'm going to show the corner of the mouth, and I'm going to add a little curl, going from thick to thin, and just kind of add some curly cues and some designs here. Your painting can be symmetrical or asymmetrical. It's totally up to you. The next step is I will add an outline of another color and just outline what I've drawn. Face paintings are something that are done very quickly and lightly. But feel free, put a lot of time into your face painting. For this sugar skull, I'm going to add a decorative heart on the forehead. Make sure you mix your paint before applying so that you get a nice even coat of paint. I will choose a thin brush, and I'm going to add some details. Some nice different lines that are thin and thick and swirly. The leaves for the flower. You can press down with the brush to create a little petal shape also. Okay. For more interest, I am going to use a flat brush that is damp. I will use a flat brush that's damp to apply some more highlights, which are glitter, to the eyebrows. The glitters that I use, you want to make sure that you cover the eyes so that the glitter does not fall into the eyes. The glitters that I use also are not are part of a face paint, which you can use, that are not toxic. They're not made out of metal. The last thing that I'm going to apply is you can purchase some glitter. What do they call this? You can apply jewels to add more interest to the flowers. And I will add a few jewels, which can be bought at any specialty store that sells art supplies. Okay, there you have a finished sugar skull for an adult.